All right, ladies and gents, welcome to this episode of Car Talk with Wally. We have a very, very special situation we have here because I'm not sure if you guys know, but Kia is offering a very special program in which you get to test drive an electric Kia for an hour. They actually come to your house, they drop it off to you, and you can drive it, get a feel for the vehicle for a good hour. So this is a very good opportunity for a lot of buyers who are, one, interested in an electric vehicle or are skeptical about electric vehicles. So you can actually register for this program if you're in the Atlanta area. So if, one second, I'm gonna ask the rep. So is it available in other cities?
There's about 8 other states. So,
8 other states, okay. So yeah, just check the website. This is kiaathome. So you'll actually be able to register on the site if it is actually available in your area, and you can take this puppy for a drive. So this is Kia's all-electric vehicle, and I don't know if you checked out my previous video at the Atlanta Auto Show, but you should if you haven't. It's all-electric, in which I talked about this Kia Niro. So there are 2 different Kia Niros available. There's a hybrid version, but there's also this fully electric version. So this is the fully electric version of this particular vehicle. Very nice vehicle. But Kia is also going to be coming out with a lot of new offerings in the electric space. So, but this is their offering that's been on the market for about 3 or 4 years now. So we're just going to check it out and see how our experience is. All right, let's look at the exterior of this Kia Niro. As you see here, this vehicle is kind of a weird intersection between a hatchback and an SUV. I would say that it's not quite as large as a mid-size offering, but if you're looking at some of Kia's other offerings, such as I think it's the Seltos, or I'm probably saying it completely incorrectly, but it strikes a interesting intersection between a compact SUV and a mid-size. So it's compact on the outside, but it has a lot of space inside. When we go inside the car, you'll actually be able to see that. But very cool design. I would say that it's more so of Kia's old sort of older design language that you see here. But nice clean lines for this Niro. As you see here, we have alloy wheels, and they kind of have a directional shape to them, and that's pretty much what a lot of electric vehicles have, because you have to make sure that you are really flowing that air through the exterior of the vehicle, because ultimate efficiency is the goal of electric vehicles. So as we wrap around, we notice the headlights. This is the only thing that's a little bit of the older style, because these are bi-directional xenons, but they're not LED, I don't believe. I think they have some LED elements, and you see the blue elements throughout the car. So this is telling you that you have an electric vehicle. One thing in the front of the car is this electric charger. So this is where you can plug up the vehicle, and we can talk about that in just a bit on how you do that if you may not be familiar with electric vehicles. All right, as we continue to wrap around the vehicle, you'll notice the very strong SUV sort of shape, in which you have a lot of usability in this car, but a lot of efficiency. And as you notice, if you look under the vehicle, there is no tail lamps, because this is an electric car, so we don't need any of that. Let's first start off by looking at the sticker price, because I'm sure you guys are curious, what are all the features that you have on this Kia Niro? So Let's start from the top. This is a 2021 Niro EV EX Premium. So this is a loaded Niro that we have here. So we have all of the features that you may be expecting. Safety, technology, definitely a key signature of Kia and a lot of the vehicles that are on the market today. Forward collision, avoidance assist, blind spot collision warning. I always run out of breath when I'm running through all of these different things because it's just a lot. We have lane keep assist and lane fording assist. So when you're on the highway, you'll be able to keep the lane and if you want to switch lanes, it'll do that for you. Also driver attention warning, high beam assist, smart cruise control, stop and go. So if you filter your cruise control on the highway, you basically put all your settings there. You're able to essentially control it with the ticker. You can control it stopping and control the speed and all of those different things with this particular vehicle here. You also see that there is safety airbags. That's technology we are used to, of course. The interior 8-inch touchscreen. I actually think in some of the additional features we have a larger touchscreen in this particular vehicle because it is the premium. So you have all of those, XM satellite radio, rear view camera, automatic climate control, anything else interesting here that you might want to know. And of course, because this is a Kia, you have a 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. So that includes the battery and all of the different electrical components. As we go to the EX Premium specific features, again, we have the Harman Kardon Premium Audio System. We have that 10.25-inch touchscreen navigation screen. We have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, etc., etc. So that all gives us a price of $46,000. Okay, so the Niro itself starts at about $39,000, but because it's a premium, you're gonna pay that $46,000, and you may be thinking like that's a kind of a lot of money. But if you recall, because this is an electric vehicle, you have that $7,500 tax credit from the government because you're buying an electric vehicle. So that is definitely going to ease some of the pain of this $46,000 sticker price. As far as the range of this particular vehicle, as you see here, electric vehicles go by MPGEs, and combined city highway is 112 here, with a total range, if you have 100% charge on this vehicle, it's going to be 239 miles. So that gives you a good rundown of all of the features and specs of this Kia Niro. Let's talk about the powertrain in just a little bit. All right, pop the hood here. And you may be wondering what the heck is in the hood or under the hood, because this is not an internal combustion engine vehicle, so we have a little bit other stuff going on here. So as you see here, it looks like it's an engine here, but it's not. A lot of other electric vehicles such as Teslas, as well as the Ford Mustang Mach-E, this space here would be a frunk. But because this vehicle has been on the market for quite some time and is, I wouldn't say it's older technology, but it's been on the market for quite a while, so they actually have the electric control unit in this front part here, the frunk. And so you also have the traditional battery for your accessories, but the electric drive unit is here. And under the car, that's where you have all of the batteries, the electric drive motor, etc., that powers this vehicle. As we wrap around, I'm going to show you the charger actually. And if I have a little time here, I only have this vehicle for an hour, so we're doing what we can in this time frame. I like the way that pops up there. That's pretty efficient. It just kind of, you guide it, press that button, and it flips open. All right. So as you see here, not getting into the interior just yet, but it's a lot of usable space in the back because, again, this is a SUV essentially. So you're gonna have all the space that you need to carry your goods. If you wanna put your small dog back here, now German Shepherd, I don't know if it's gonna get back here, but maybe a smaller dog. As we flip this thing up here, you'll see the charger. So this is a Kia charging port that we have here, in which you can plug this up to your house. Now, let's talk about the different levels of charging in case you may not know. So if you charge this up to your traditional outlet in your house, it is gonna take about 2 to 3 days to charge this all the way through, because that is considered slow charging. And so you're gonna get to full charge, but you're not gonna get it fast at all. So say for instance, that may be good if you may be going on vacation and you want to charge your Niro and then you want it fully charged by the time you get home. So you can do that at home. Just like in my garage here, if I wanted to plug it up and I wanted to roll out the stinger and take it out, and I want to plug it up, I can do that. But it's going to take 3 days. Now, the other charging sources, you have a level 2 charging, and level 2 charging, that's gonna probably take a good 6 hours to fully charge this vehicle. But you will get a good amount of range, probably if you want to just plug it up to your local coffee shop if they have a level 2 charger available. And if you want to sit there for maybe 2 or 3 hours, you probably will get maybe 30 miles, 40 miles worth of range. But if you go to a DC fast charger, and that is considered level 3, you really only need an hour and a half to fully charge this vehicle up if it's at E. So that is the benefits of the different charging levels that you have available for an electric vehicle. Let's get into the inside. All right, so let's start in the rear of the vehicle. As you see here, we have a semi-flat floor and a lot of usable space. I'm gonna get inside just so that you can see here what we're working with. As you see in the back seat here, I do have a lot of usable headspace. So I'm 5'8", a lot of usable headspace in the back seat here. You can also seat another person and possibly squeeze maybe a small kid in the middle seat, but pretty standard here. So as you see here, we have a lot of luxury features in this car because this is a loaded spec model. So we have leather here, perforated leather. You may think it looks like cloth because it looks like there's these green elements. You see that? That's pretty cool. So just subtle things to let you know that this is an electric vehicle. But as we get inside, start her up. All right, nice thump there. Wow. I didn't even hear it start up because, of course, this is an electric vehicle. What I like about here is the digital display. Very cool. This is the first time I've seen this type of display in a Kia. But as you see here, fully digital, and I like the design of it. Very cool. I'm not gonna really know how to work all of this because I haven't had time to test it all out. But as you see here, you have all of the information that you need in this infotainment cluster here. As we move to the right, you see this 10.25-inch screen. So I want to say that they probably updated this for the 2020 or 2021 model year, because this is a pretty cool screen here. Very large. Okay, I have to agree to my terms and conditions. Okay. Whoa, I don't know what's happening. All right, I don't know what's happening here. All right, there we go. So we have our navigation menu, address book. We have, oh, you can even look up all your Kia dealerships in your area. Point of contacts. Let's go back. We can go to our radio. All right. Okay, we have a premium sound system here, so it sounds pretty good. As we come down, you see all of the different buttons here, and this is really cool because although this is an electric vehicle, you do have your standard controls. A lot of electric vehicles, they just have one big screen and you have to control everything through that screen. But for the traditional buyer, this may be a good option or a good in between, because it really feels like a traditional vehicle. You know exactly where everything is. If you want to control your climate, you can do that with the buttons. You don't have to fiddle with the screen all the time. So I do really like that aspects about the Kia Niro. As you see here, you have your USB plugs if you want to charge up your iPhone and etc. But you also have here a wireless phone charger. So that is actually here. And once you just leave your phone, or actually it's here, sorry. You leave it here and you can actually wirelessly charge your vehicle and your phone. As you see here, you have a light. As we scan here, electronic shifter here. So it's a rotary dial. If you're not familiar with a rotary dial, it does take some getting used to, but works seamlessly just like any other shifter. The good thing about this premium is that you have heated and cooled seats, auto holds, and as when you put your foot on the brake or at a stoplight, the vehicle will hold. Anything else here? We also have different drive modes, so that is very interesting, because even though this is an electric vehicle, it has performance, and we're going to check that performance out in just a second. So right now I put it in sport mode. I'm curious to see how this vehicle is going to respond on sport mode, because I'm sure I haven't mentioned this, but this car actually has 291 horsepower, so it gets off the line pretty good. It is a heavy vehicle because it is electric, but it has some get up, I will say. So let's just scan the rest of the interior. Very cool. It just gives you everything that you need. Now Kia is coming up with a more fancy electric vehicle. I believe it's the EX6. I'm probably saying that incorrectly, but I'm going to correct myself in the comments across the screen. So for some reason it has escaped me, because all of this information is just stuck in my head. So but Kia is coming out with a new electric vehicle, and that's going to be pretty much a more updated version of this. And it's going to have a lot more performance, a lot more technology. So definitely look out for more to come from Kia in their electric offerings. But that's all I'm going to say about this interior. We're going to just take it for a quick test drive and see how the vehicle responds. All right, guys. Well, let's take this Kia Niro EV out for a quick test drive. Let's see how it is to drive an electric Kia. All right, as I make out, oh, whoa, it's got a little power. It gives you that kind of space track, Star Trek sound to it. I think it's cool. Okay. And this does have regenerative braking, so when you press the brake on this vehicle, it essentially creates a charge, and it kind of filters back through the car and the drivetrain. So Very cool. And so we don't have any radio or anything on at the moment, so all you're going to hear is the electric sound as well as the road noise and tire noise, etc. So let's just quickly drive it around, see. And we have this in sport mode, remember? So, ooh, all right. I really like this. Oh, all right, back on the test drive. So again, I put this vehicle in sport, so the acceleration is instantaneous. So if you don't know, because there is no transmission shifting of the gears in electric vehicles, it also, because of the electric drivetrain, the torque is instant. So that's why electric vehicles take off very, very swiftly when you're taking off. So we're going to test that just a little bit more. We have a lot of different things going on. We have buses, we have cars. That's what happens when you live in the city. So gonna test this out some more and see how this baby performs. Because I have traffic, I'm gonna test it out in some of the other different driving modes. So right now it has eco, and immediately in eco mode, I noticed that it has sapped some of the power, because you definitely want to, in eco mode, maintain your charge. You know, if you're low on charge and you want to pull back some of that power, you can do that in eco mode. So let's see what other modes we have here. Oh, eco plus. I don't know what eco plus is. Maybe eco plus is if you want to be super efficient. I guess you can do that. As we go back, oh, okay, so there's eco, normal, and sport. Normal is right here. Okay. And I'm sure it does have another setting where you can customize it depending on what your driving style is, because I know for a fact that Kia has those different driving modes available. But even in eco mode or normal mode, you still feel that instant torque in this car. So I think that's pretty cool. I can see the driving this on a daily basis because it's just non-intrusive. It makes you feel like you're driving a regular car. All right, we're in some residential spaces here, so I'm making the best of it. We do not have time to put this bad boy on the highway, unfortunately, so we're gonna just make do with what we're given at the moment. So I'm gonna put it back into sport mode because, yeah, we have a good stretch of road here. And I'm feeling that torque. Wow. It also tightens up the steering a bit, so you get a bit firmer steering. And I would say that it handles the curves very, very well. I'm liking this. I really am. All right, let's get on it. All right, we got a light here, so we're testing the brakes out again. All right. Come to a bit of a stop here. All right. No, I think anyone will be very impressed with the Kia Niro if you're looking for a small SUV and you really value all of the cool features. I'm actually going to put my coolers on right now because I want a cool butt while I'm driving this Kia Niro. Ooh, that instant torque. Oh, and funny enough, the ventilated seats work very fast. I was not expecting that. Like, it comes on immediately. Watch it, guy. All right. It's pretty compliant over bumps. I would say it's not luxury car smooth or anything like that, but I wouldn't expect that in this particular vehicle. Again, it handles its curves well. right, you hear that electric sound ramping up. It's like blast off. All right. Yeah. This is really cool. Who said driving an electric vehicle can't be fun? All right, make a stop here. All right, let's go. Oh. What? Hit a big bump there. I felt it, but it was smooth. It was smooth. I like the Niro. It'll definitely be interesting to see how this compares against other vehicles in the market. So I would consider this a competitor to the Chevy Bolt. I believe the Chevy Bolt may be a little bit smaller on the outside than this Kia Niro, but the Chevy Bolt EV or SUV that they came out with not too long ago, I would see that as a competitor against this vehicle for sure. So I would be interested to see how that Chevy compares against this Niro. As you see here, the ride height is semi SUV level. Looking at that Chevy SR that just turned there, that's a hatchback vehicle, so this sits higher than a typical hatchback. As I see, it's a hybrid between a hatchback and an SUV, so to speak. I'm gonna get back to this house because I think my test drive is expiring. Yeah, but unfortunately I was not able to have enough time to test drive this on the highway, but definitely going to be reaching out to Kia, and hopefully I can do a more extended drive with the Niro, as well as their upcoming EV that's going to be hitting the market. All right, that brings us to the conclusion of this particular test drive of this Kia Niro EX Premium. Special shout out to kiaathome for allowing me to test drive this vehicle. So if you are in the market for a new vehicle, I would suggest that you check out the kiaathome program so that you can test drive this Kia Niro EV to see if you want to purchase an EV, or maybe you'll confirm your suspicions about EVs and maybe you'll stick to your internal combustion vehicle. Whatever floats your boat, I think you should definitely sign up and check this out. So that is all, folks. Thank you for this episode, or joining this episode of Car Talk with Wally. Thank you.